We are thrilled to welcome to the show award-winning hip-hop, artist, mogul, taking over the world, Cardinal Official is here. Great to have you here.
What's happening?
Great to have you here. Cynthia, great to have you back.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
Meredith,
Thank you.
obviously, Jess. We're all here. Yes, all here. All right. Why don't we kick off with this question, friends? Is tough love ever the best approach? Okay. So here's the story. Emily Blunt, you know her, actress. She was on the Smartlist podcast recently, and she spoke about the time that she cried in front of Tom Cruise on the set of the film Edge of Tomorrow. He told her to toughen up and stop being such a P word. Yeah, you know the word. In other words, he was like, stop being a weakling. But here's the thing, Emily says she laughed with Tom and it actually worked. It helped her in that scene to get through it. Okay, so tough love, Tom Cruise's approach, although I'm surprised that he speaks like that. But anyway, who wants to kick this off?
Well,
What's your thought?
let me just point out that it wasn't the P word to refer to the part of the male anatomy that starts with a P. It was the P word referring colloquially to a piece of the female, a part of the female anatomy, often associated with a cat, okay? So here's what I want to just say is that can we stop using this as a derogatory word?
Yes.
Please. Even as a joke. Let me just say why. Okay, let me just say why.
Okay.
You want to go? Yeah, you want to go with this?
Well, I know I'm not supposed to like it, but I do like that word.
Why?
But it's used for that reason, because of the laughter. So in a tight thing, like if we're having a hotel night and we're having fun and I'm like, oh, Sid, stop me. You wouldn't laugh at it?
I might laugh at it come out of your mouth, but I'm just gonna say that even when we joke about it as a bad thing, there's a subtext of bad. And the thing is that peas they're not weak.
No.
They are strong. They push out heads of babies.
Can I-
We should be saying, he should have said to her, I'm just gonna finish this.
Okay.
He should have said, Emily, be more of a pea if he was trying to get her to be acting stronger.
Good point.
Okay.
But you see, it's very interesting because I don't think men look at it that way. Because to us, we use that D word all the time. And it's not like we're like, oh, we need to empower that word because do you know it gives life and the things that it does? I shouldn't have really done that, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that in the moment, there are so many different words that we use within our language. We know that the origin of them are great because if we're talking about being a philanthropist, like what you were talking about, the P word, it's like, I adore I adore protagonism, but it's like the thing is, it's like, you know, there are just certain places, certain contexts to where it's like you use it for that.
It fits.
For that. But I think that what's more important is that he felt comfortable enough to say that within that working relationship. I think that's what's more important. It's not the word, it's the context. Because the thing is, here's the thing, amongst friends, if we're all talking and we're great friends, and just like you said, we use that word, we're not gonna take offense. But if it's somebody that you're not that close with, never mind the P word, just the vibe and the energy itself, that's what's off-putting, you know what I mean?
The intention.
The intention.
That was thrown.
The intention behind the word.
I feel like if Tom Cruise, I'm just gonna pretend I'm Emily Blunt and I'm wearing the robot suit. If Tom Cruise said that to me, I would cry. For sure. I would break down. I'd go, yes, that kind of tough love. I'd be like, ooh. But I think what I would prefer is some sort of like, yes, queen, work the robot suit. Like, that's what I would prefer.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you need to learn your tough love language. You know, there's like love language.
Cheerleader or drill sergeant.
Yeah.
I need a cheerleader, not a drill sergeant.
And it doesn't matter like the origin who's giving the tough love, because if Tom Cruise asked me to do like an E-meter test to find out if I'm a suppressive human for Scientology, I would probably do it. Because it's Tom Cruise telling me to do it. I would do anything for Tom Cruise.
What? Okay, here's the thing though. It's funny because, Cynthia, you hit on something.
Yes.
Everybody, I think, if we go all the way back to the origins of how you were raised and the kind of love that was in your household, it might dictate how you would respond if someone was like tough love or if you need to have a bit of a softer touch. And in my house, when I read this, I literally was like, okay, well, what's the problem, Emily? Like, I don't know what the big deal is. Because I don't know, for any child like me who was raised by a European father, I was like, is there anything but tough love? I don't know anything else. I
The same
actually
goes
don't
for
know.
Jamaicans.
Right? Like, there's a certain, and maybe it is a cultural thing for some people.
Definitely.
But for me, I'll tell you, there are for sure drawbacks of this kind of language and tough love on kids. We know that it can really break kids down. It doesn't provide support. Maybe it tears away confidence. But the flip side is there are some benefits of being raised with tough love sometimes. And I think I'm one of those people, because guess what? Kids can do hard things. Adults can do hard things. And sometimes we don't think we can until someone pushes us a little bit to say, you can do it. And it might come out
Can I
with
say
flowery
something
language.
real quick?
Yeah.
We also, I saw, long after I was in school, but we also come from a society where now it's the participation ribbon, where there isn't any tough love. There isn't those coaches that are like, come on, we gotta win this. Oh, you're too hard on me. And then all of a sudden we're raising, never mind P, you can't even say the W word, which is wimpy. You know what I mean?
Can I say wimpy?
I know, but this is what you can, because I pay big money to go watch the NBA. And guess what? Those coaches, it's tough love. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players ever. If you talk to any of his teammates, they all said that he was one of the toughest, most rudest, most difficult people, but he produced wins. So what's the goal in society? But listen, I digress.
That's
a whole other...
Let's tune into that. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about that.
I'd love to.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.